So what is going on, guys? Pumpson87 here, and I'm here with the first league race on F1 2016 of Aussie Sim Racing. This is obviously round 1, round Australia, Melbourne, and as you can see, it is torrential conditions. Not really ideal for our first ever league race. There's gonna be crashes, there's gonna be mad moments. There's 15 people in the lobby, so it's a pretty good turnout for our first race, I reckon. We have got about, I think, 20 people. We've got 1 or 2 spots left, so if you've still got any interest after watching this video, then by all means contact me in next video. But we've got 15 people. I know there's a few people who couldn't make it for this race. But 15 people is a good turnout, as I said, and it's torrential conditions. There's going to be mistakes. And as you can see there, decided soggy ahead of us. I mean, made a mistake even on the formation lap. So that's how bad conditions are. Wet weather in this game is... It's a nightmare sometimes to get used to. But as you can see, we're on the grid now. There's actually an AI car already, so someone's already disconnected ahead by the looks of things. I don't know who that is in 6th place, but everyone's readied up now. We've got the 5 lights. We're in 10th place at the moment, so let's try and get a good clean start. So there's lights out and away we go. And there's a lot of wheel spin. We've got a few corrections going off the start line, but it looks like the start's been fairly good so far. Now going towards turn 1, we're going to keep it nice and clean. We actually see an opening. We go down the inside of the Mercedes and take at least 2 positions there. The Toro goes out wide. The Ferrari goes quite slow ahead. We have to slice up round the McLaren there, which just spun out into the wall. It loses a little bit of momentum to the Sauber, and I think there's someone hit my back behind. Might be Mercedes. But the Sauber's going to look at the inside. We're going to try and look at the inside into this left-hander. But we clip him and we spin him round, and we spin around ourselves. And we actually, I think we might have caused a virtual safety car there with that incident. And I have to admit, that probably was my fault. I probably should have backed out the move there, unfortunately. Yeah, it's just one of those things. There's a racing incident, but I'll probably still call it my fault. Luckily, I think it affected me more than the actual guy I spun in the Sauber, so that's good, I suppose. I don't think I had to actually give any position back. But the Williams head is going really slowly into the virtual safety car, even though we're easily sticking to our doubter, so we had to sort of brake and swerve to avoid him there. All sorts of chaos going on the first lap already. There's quite a few cars had Sauber spun out into the virtual safety car, so that's a bit of a bother for him. I think that's the Sauber we spun out earlier, so he's having a very good race so far. His car's going very slowly ahead. We had to brake, slam on the brake into the wall there, but luckily we go through the Mercedes. I don't know what he's doing. We have to let the Williams back past. Virtual safety car is now ending, so we're going to have good road on the Williams, who's got a very poor exit, bit of wheel spin, and we easily get past him. That was the easiest overtake we're going to do all race, really. Now we're going through the 3rd sector. There's a few more cars going slowly ahead. Will there be any more incidents? And it looks like there might be, as 2 cars go wide. It's the Mana and it's the Mercedes. So it looks like the Mercedes are being being involved in a few incidents already. This race is yellow flags. He dives in the pit lane by swerving across us. Luckily we went wide at the penultimate corner, otherwise it might have been collected there. But P6 at the end of lap 1, even though we had a spin ourselves, it's still a pretty good start. And now we're on lap 2, we're going towards this right-hander, which I always struggle with, and it looks like these 2 are struggling with as well, as there's 2 cars out. 1 car's actually retired from that. It's ex-Fitcho, so he is actually the one who's is hosting and organising this league, and he's crashed out at lap 2 of this first race, and not a good start for him at all. And now we're going to lap 4. We've got yellow flag still in that sector, even though there's no more crashed cars there. As we make a bit of a wheel spin, a bit of a crappy exit really from that corner. I hate the 2nd sector in this racetrack, but it's even worse in the way. And that's allowed iVixer to catch right up to the back of us. There you can see his proximity arrow right behind us now, going the back straight. A lap later, he's even closer. Is going to make a move up in the inside. We leave him room on the inside, but hold it round the outside. So there's good defending so far from us. Not quite sure how long we can hold him off though, as we just really don't have any pace in the wet conditions. Well, I'm running pretty much all assist off apart from the racing line, obviously. I know some guys are running medium traction control, so that might be giving a little bit of advantage on the wet conditions. It's just the way it is sometimes, and the Red Bull gets past us kind of easily, really. We had to leave him inside, room on the inside, and we did actually keep with Vixer for a while, like for the next couple of laps, but unfortunately, this part of the race where the mistakes just coming in, and I just lost a whole heaps of positions in time. So there we are, mistakes aplenty so far in this race. I don't know what it is about the second sector, just the two traction zones. I don't know, they're just so difficult in the way. Even when you're going through the section like 5th and 6th gear, it's so easy to lose the back end. Go on the grass on the right hand side, and as soon as you go on the grass on the right hand side, you lose all grip for the next corner, turn 9 I believe is a right hander. And no matter how hard you brake, you just literally understeer off like you're a boat. It's actually ridiculous, but I suppose it's realistic, but it's just challenging. And I was obviously caught out by it quite a bit. But as I was rumbling on about Sector 2 in Melbourne, we actually have a safety car. I believe someone was disqualified for whatever reason, I'm not quite sure why. And we now have a safety car, so we came into pit lane for a second stop for a brand new set of wet tyres. I think that's a third and final set. Pretty much everyone else in the field copied my idea as well, though. So we don't really have any advantage, if I'm honest. But oh well, at least we can have fresh tyres at the end, and we can actually battle with people, hopefully. So we just about caught up to the safety car at the end of the lap. And now safety cars are coming in. We've got all-round cricketer ahead. We're in 6th place out of 9 runners still left in the race. So obviously, quite a few people were crashing out already and stuff like that. And I think there might have been someone else crashed out there at the final corner. I'm not quite sure. But now we're going down start finish straight. All-round cricketer's going to make a move on an AI car. And he's completely spun out. I think the AI car weaved across him, and now we've hit the back of him as well. The AI cars in this game, when they take over from people disconnecting, just move literally at the speed of a snail. It's actually ridiculous. Like when you're doing league racing, put it this way, it might look like the stupidest accident ever, hitting the back of someone going slowly. But when you're league racing, you're trying to push it as hard as possible, trying to go as quick as possible. You're not expecting, out of nowhere, just a completely slow car to block it on the apex of the corner, which he just did there. And now you can see we're caught right up to the back of him, and he's just going so slowly. He's weaving all about as well, so it's not exactly being a sensible back mark or anything. So it's obviously a lap down. So obviously the original guy has disconnected. And now I was actually catching X Harley for a while there. He came into the pit lane, I think, to serve drive-through penalty. I think a few people got penalties under the safety car for various reasons, including Formula Fish, my teammate, who's completely dominating this race so far. And he's coming to the pit lane to serve a drive-through. So now we're in 4th place behind KMP4. I believe Formula Fish also had another drive-through, so he's quite far behind me now. But now it's the penultimate lap of the race. It's still in 4th place. We've got the AI car ahead. He's completely blocking it. He hit the back of him and just about keep it out the wall. That was very close there. But it's lost me a whole heap of time. Damage the front wing as well, for good measure. And, well, AI cars in this game are so bloody stupid. Like, it's such a bloody stupid idea, unfortunately. The guy who disconnected obviously hasn't come back, and even if he has come back, he's going to come back to a car 2 laps down. So we try to get past him there without being taken out. We have to cut the corner, and we get a sodden penalty as well at the same bloody time. I mean, that's literally like the first corner cut we did all bloody game. We did it to get past the slow as shit AI car, and we get a penalty for it. It's so frustrating. And now we actually have X Harley, after serving his drive-through, he's caught right to the back of us now, as you can see. That's how much time we lost by spinning out there. And we understeer wide with our front wing damage. I didn't actually realise X Harley was there until I looked behind and saw him beside me going for the final corner. So obviously he's going to have a good run down the start finish straight. I think my straight line speed isn't too bad. The slipstream on this game is quite powerful, even without DRS. We're going to hold the inside line for turn 1. We actually didn't mean to squeeze him out there on the outside. Just the understeer from our car. And we get quite a bit worse, but we had to accelerate on the curb to give him space on the inside. And that sort of lost us quite a bit of momentum. And X Harley has got the position ahead of us, and he pulled away because in the tail end of this race, we were slow as shit. We had front wing damage. We had to save fuel. For some reason, the fuel in this race was just horrible. I barely ran and rich, yet for the final 10 laps, I had to run and lean the whole time. It was really, really frustrating. I don't know why that was. But anyway, on about fuel, it's the final lap of the race. Formula Fish 15, after his 2 drive-through penalties, has got right at the back of it. It's going to be a drag race up to the line. Will we beat him? Just about by the looks of things. I was very close there between me and Formula Fish and 2 Renault teammates. Well, to be fair, he probably would have won the race really if it hadn't been for his 2 drive-through penalties, which I heard were bullshit apparently. So, I mean, 6th place, but I'm going to appeal to get that penalty off because it was sort of bullshit, really, trying to get the slower shit, past the slower shit AI car. So it's going to be 5th place then, hopefully, and I mean, I am a bit disappointed about that. I could have done better. I made quite a few mistakes. I didn't really have the pace in the wet conditions. But oh well, that's what you could do. I just got to improve for Bahrain, which will be a dry race at least, so that should be good. So it wasn't the best example of league racing then. Obviously, wet conditions. Everyone was new to the league and stuff like that. So it wasn't the best example. Things should improve for Bahrain. Obviously, as I said, it will be dry. So hopefully, we should have a good league race then. So I'll see you guys then for that race. Bombs out.